What is going on, guys? It is Louis from 100% Chelsea. The first place to start with this plan in mind was the Czech Republic versus Croatia in a game which, you know, everyone thought it seemed fairly easy after the performance from both teams last week. Now, for me, I thought the Czech Republic, like I said, were dark horses in this tournament. However, they didn't have anything going forward. The Croatians, however, I feel are those is that team which you have the dark horses, you have the favourites, and I feel with the players they have, they're bouncing in between. You've got your Modric's, your Mandzukic's, Rakitic, Perisic. You've got some solid players in that team, and that was what was proven as they went 2-0 up through Perisic and through Rakitic, you know, cruising in the game. However, the Czechs came back to bring the score back to 2-1 through a header from Milan Skoda. However, play was then halted in the 86th minute for crowd trouble, where stewards were picking up fireworks and flares which had somehow got into the ground. You know, this is obviously a big issue, and it was a big health and safety hazard. The game was halted for 5 minutes. And then play restarted, and then in the 89th minute the Czechs scored a penalty to level the game from a handball, and the game, that's all she wrote really. The Czechs came back from a 2-0 deficit to come and draw the game 2-2 in what was a very, very good game. I feel the Croatians lost momentum, mainly I feel because of the incident. But what do you guys think? Put it down in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. I want to know what you guys think. Do flares have a place in the game? What should be being done about that situation? Because it's causing issues at many games at this European tournament. Let me know, and we'll have a chat about it down in the comments. The next game in this group was Spain versus Turkey. This was the first game of the tournament where a team was well and truly beaten by 3-0, with Spain claiming the victory over Turkey. And what can I say? It was a very normal Spanish performance. They were scoring goals left, right and centre, obviously. They scored 3. And they were just controlling the game. The Turks were sat very, very deep. And for the first half an hour, I would say that the Turks were very solid. However, it wasn't long until the Spanish broke through with goals from Morata and Nolito inside 3 minutes between the 34-minute mark and the 37-minute mark to bring the Turks into a 2-goal deficit at half-time. Their manager wasn't very happy. Let's say he just soaked himself with his own water bottle. You know, you don't do that in a suit. You need to look after him. But, you know, he wasn't very happy, but that's the raw passion. Who would be a manager? It is very stressful. I don't like doing it. I do it for 6-a-side and you can barely get the people, let alone a national team. What is all that about? But anyway, going into the second half, Morata grabbed a third for the Spanish, and that was all she wrote for this game. And let's just say the Spanish go through, and for the first game in the tournament they have won by 3-0. It was a major deficit, a big defeat, and it's safe to say the Turks are now out of this tournament and they haven't got a chance in hell of qualifying in that third place, in my opinion, despite the fact they're not a bad side, but they're not great either. They had, like I was saying, they have got players that play regularly, but I'm not going to go into that again because I'm worried I'm going to get it wrong. But anyway, that has been your roundup for the Czech Republic versus Croatia and Spain versus Turkey. The first game finishing in an absolutely amazing 2-2 draw, and the second being an absolute demolition of the Turks by the Spanish in a 3-0 win. Subscribe to Bull Street for all match reaction and fan reviews of the Euros of each group, where you will not miss a single game. And I will see you guys for the third and final group games. Take care, and I will see